Teachers, are you ready for some football? If your class has a test or a quiz coming up, or you simply want to have a fun game with your students, definitely bring this into your classroom. This resource was made on Google Slides, and you can use it to review any subject matter. The game is all set up for you. All you have to do is just plug in the questions and answers. You will type them in on the question slides like you see here on the screen. After that, the game can be played with your students. Simply enter slideshow mode on Google Slides, and you can begin on the slide that you see here. There are a lot of ways you can use this game. You can have your class work together, or if you want to get really competitive, split your class into teams. Before the game begins, you'll have to explain to the teams that every time they earn 100 yards, they score a touchdown. Or they do have the option to kick a field goal if they've at least earned 60 yards. However, the tricky part about this game is that teams must continue to keep answering questions correct to keep moving down the field. If they get a question wrong, their turn is over, and the other team will take their turn. So for example, if students had earned 80 yards and they didn't want to risk another question, they could decide to kick a field goal instead of risking it and going for the touchdown. So as an example, when this game begins, you will start on the first quarter question page like you see here. Each quarter comes with 12 questions. The game does have 4 quarters, which means you can play up to 48 questions, but of course if you were looking for a shorter lesson, you could easily just play 2 quarters or 1 quarter, it's totally up to you. When the first team is ready, let them choose a question from the question page, or if you want to just go in numerical order, that's fine too. So, to begin the game, the first team will select question 1, and as you keep clicking the screen, the question will appear. The way students answer the question is completely up to you. If you want students to write this down on paper or write it on the board, or if you want them to just say it out loud, it's totally up to you. When you are ready to reveal the answer, continue clicking on the screen and the answer will appear. If a team were to give the wrong answer, their turn would be over. You would click on the white box here and this would take you back to the question page and the other team would take their turn. But if students do answer correctly, you would click on the green box on the bottom. Students will now find out how many yards they've earned. On the screen you see here, teams will have to make a choice. They will announce which color football they would like to select. So for example, if students decided they wanted to see the blue football, you would click on it, and this would give them a 30-yard run. Be sure to keep track of the yards and the score on the board. When ready to move on, simply click on the orange box on the bottom to go back to the question page, and the game continues. The team would then choose their next question, and they will keep trying to answer correctly to keep moving down the field. After you've completed all 12 questions of the first quarter, you can then click on this pink box on the bottom to take you to the next quarter. This will move you to a new set of questions, and from here, you continue with the same process. If you and your students love sports, this will be a great addition to your lessons. This game can be fun, engaging, and educational. Try out the football game with your students, and I wish you all a great time.